One of the witnesses called by the federal government of Nigeria to testify against the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, over the alleged act of terrorism, secretly gave his testimony on Tuesday before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, with the coordinating lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Aloy Ejimakor, saying, "The FG witness was only identified merely by initials and the person gave his testimony against Nnamdi Kanu behind the screen, following the application filed by the federal government lawyers as approved by the trial judge to keep the identities of the FG witnesses secret." This, Aloy Ejimakor tweeted while the court proceeding was ongoing, that the federal government only has 3 senior advocates of Nigeria, SAN, that 6 SAN have stood firmly behind the detained Biafra leader. According to Aloy Ejimakor tweet, the court in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has convened. The judge is on seat and appearances for the parties are being announced. Federal government has 3 SAN. MNK has 6 SAN. The die is cast and we're primed and ready to rumble. Update. Today's MNK hearing has been concluded. The prosecution presented its first witness who was not identified by name but by initials only, and he testified from behind a screen, as was approved by the judge. On the 2nd of May, we shall cross-examine him and test his veracity. A day earlier, Aloy Ejimakor said, update, in addition to Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN and Uchenna Njoku, SAN, 4 more SAN have joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team. There, Professor Onyechi Ikpeazu, SAN, Emeka Etiaba, SAN, Mela Audu Nange, SAN and Dr. Joseph Akubo, SAN. They will all be in court on the 29th of April, 2nd and the 6th of May. Meanwhile, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja gave the federal government the nod to shield identities of witnesses billed to testify against the detained leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As the trial judge, Justice James Omotosho gave the approval in a ruling he delivered on Tuesday. The ruling followed an ex-parte application that FG filed through its team of prosecutors led by Chief Adigboyegba Awomolo, SAN. The court gave permission for the proposed witnesses to testify behind a screen with their real names replaced with acronyms. FG's lawyer, Awomolo, SAN, pleaded that identities of the witnesses needed to be protected for security reasons and in view of the serious nature of the case. While the witnesses would be shielded from the public, they would however be seen by the judge. Nigeria news media reporters who monitored the proceedings reported that the request was not opposed by Kanu's team of lawyers led by a former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Chief Kanu Agabi, SAN. Sequel to the ruling, FG opened its case against the embattled IPOB leader by presenting its first witness, who was simply identified as PWAAA. Pleading not guilty, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, told the Federal High Court